Right, you lot, let's talk Villa. And what a video we have today. I've got a massive day of filming planned tomorrow to bring you all 5 videos on the players we're about to mention in this video. So please do subscribe and keep an eye out for those. Click the notification button and you'll be the first to know when all of those in-depth videos come out. But as you can see from the title, Aston Villa have just made like 5 transfers in one day. It is the 22nd of June as I record this video, and we have a lot of transfer news to talk about. Now, I knew that it was going to take me a little bit of time to get this video out to you guys, and I didn't want to not be able to have that initial discussion with you, and that might formulate my videos going forward. So without further ado, let's get into a little bit of a raw discussion with you guys about the 5 deals that have been made, and we're going to kick it off with an academy product. Unfortunately, Kellyman is looking like he's going to be heading off to Chelsea for £19 million. Obviously, it's more pure profit for the books. Thank you for everyone that kind of explained pure profit to me. Now I get it a bit more. So £19 million to go towards the books. That's very, very good. Kellyman, yes, he's an extremely talented player. Only 50 minutes of first team action. Obviously, we signed him from Derby back in the day, and it was a little while ago that we did sign him. And he has obviously been an academy player for us for a couple of seasons now. But it's, it feels a bit like the Carney Chuckmawaker deal in the sense of we're losing one of our most talented young players at the club. Yes, it is a high fee, just like Carney Chuckmawaker. And again, January was allegedly when Chelsea first asked us about Kellyman. So it's a bit of an internal debate, and I'm going to go into this more again in that video. But £19 million, it means that we've paid 37.5 for Maatsen, so only really 18.5 million for him if you discount the Kellyman deal. And again, it's pure profit, so for FFP it looks better for the books, etc, etc. So that's the first one, and then the big one got broken, as you can see on the screen now, and I'm going to have to get up the tweet because his name really does escape me. But Weston McKennie was pulled out of the Juventus deal for Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz has officially left Aston Villa. He is going to be a Juventus player after medical tests are completed next week. And in return, Aston Villa are getting a little bit of a 3-way. Not like that, get your head out the gutter. We're getting Samuel ILING-JUNIOR, a young English left-back who came, funnily enough, from the Chelsea Academy. We seem to be doing a lot of business with them recently. And then Enzo Baccaria came out of nowhere, was on loan in Serie A this season, and is a CDM, 21 years of age, Argentinian. Allegedly, Juventus really didn't want to let him go. I've seen a lot of Juventus fans very angry about this one. I've seen a lot of Argentinian fans very excited about him coming to the Premier League, saying that he has all of the potential in the world. So I'm very excited to cover him, and 28 million euros. Now, in terms of market value, it brings the total deal for Douglas Luiz to around 60 million, which for me feels a little bit cheap. He did have 2 years left on his contract. He wasn't signing a new one. There's all the talk about that. He wanted to leave the club. He wanted a new challenge. But for a player that's just had his best season in a Villa shirt in the Premier League, it is a little bit of a sore one to see him go. That deal obviously will be split into 3 videos. The first one will be all about Douglas Luiz leaving and a bit of a memoriam to him because he's been such an important part of our Premier League journey since we got promoted from the Championship. And then obviously one on ILING-JUNIOR and one on Baccaria. But I wanted to cover the whole deal in sort of total in this discussion video with you. And again, this is just a bit of a raw, I realise I've like sunk down in my seat. This is a bit of a raw sort of discussion with you guys about this deal. Obviously, I don't know too much about ILING-JUNIOR at the moment. I haven't done my research into him for the video that I will be making tomorrow. I haven't looked into Enzo Baccaria that much as well. Obviously, I like the fact that a lot of people seem to rate him quite highly. And then obviously 28 million, but we are losing Douglas Luiz. It's slightly hard to take, I'll admit it. I'm not sure how I feel about this deal yet. Now that it's official, I'm probably going to leave it again, filming tomorrow, so that I can sort of maybe get my head around it a little bit more, decide how I feel about it. Initial thoughts are we could have got more money for Douglas Luiz, but we don't know how ILING-JUNIOR and Baccaria are going to do. They're both 20, 21 years of age with bags of potential, and we do have that 28 million coming into our coffers as well for a big spend in July. hopefully. But that is 3 of the deals that we have completed, but there have been another couple rumbling in the background. Maatsen seems to be official as of today. Medical tests ongoing at the Netherlands Euro 2024 camp. Then there's another deal going on in the background for Lamar Bogard, a young academy product again from the Netherlands, allegedly Nottingham Forest agreeing a €4 million deal for him. And then there's obviously still the Matty Cash stuff rumbling on. There's so many things rumbling on with Aston Villa at the moment. Lewis Dobbin has been made official today. Timo Rogmanum to Everton was made official today. It is all kicking off in the world of Aston Villa. I mean, Fabrizio Romano may as well just live at Bodymoor Heath at the moment, because he is covering so much Aston Villa news, because there's just so much of it going on. It's such an exciting time, and let's not forget that there's new reports coming out that we might even have more money to spend come July, when all of the books, as it were, reset. But 2 humongous deals confirmed today. Maatsen being pushed through very, very nicely. It balances out quite nicely. You think about who we've lost and who we've gained in this window so far. Douglas Luiz, Morgan Sanson, obviously gone. Kellyman now going, but then in midfield you bring in the likes of Bakarea. ILING-JUNIOR can play left wing as well if needed to. Dobbin can play in that position. We have another left back coming in Maatsen. Obviously there's some talk about Digne attracting interest from the Saudi League. So it's all kicking off, and it's only June. It's only the 22nd of June. Apparently all of our money kicks in July. But I want to hear your guys' comments on this just crazy turn of events that's happened in the last 3 to 4 days. As an Aston Villa fan, obviously it's very exciting, but it is a little bit worrying as well. Sometimes a lot of change is good, sometimes it isn't. But I wanted to get on here to let you guys know 5 to 6 videos hopefully being filmed tomorrow, coming next week, all covering the England? No, not England. We're going to forget about them for a little bit because they're awful. The Aston Villa transfer news going on. A Douglas Luiz video, a Samuel ILING-JUNIOR video, an Amari Kellyman Jr., an Enzo Bakarea video, and a Lamar Bogard video. There'll probably be more transfer news coming out in the wash before I can even keep up with what's going on right now. But I would love to hear your guys' comments down below. Like I said, I'd love the discussion around these deals and what you guys think of what Emery and Monchi are doing at Villa Park. As always, up the Villa, be nice to everyone. I'm going to get this video out and then go and start researching all of our new players. It's exciting. Peace.